Okay. Do we wanna keep beating on it, or?
I make a motion that we appoint Jerry Zwicker, Jackie Bird, and Kathy Prescott.
I'll second it.
Okay, we got Jackie,
Jackie.
Bird, or Piklinski.
Bird.
Zwicker, and who else? Kathy Prescott. Who's the other one? Who was the other?
Donna Miller was the other one. Now, she lives in town, which is another area that could be covered.
Wasn't there five?
Yes, Mrs. Gilmore was the other one.
Gilmore. Okay, got a motion and a second? Who wants to discuss it? How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
No.
Tom,
Yep.
Ed,
Yeah. I wanna go on, move on.
3 yes, motion carried.
I was hoping you'd go no again.
Oh, I forgot I was supposed to vote with Doug. Yeah. All right. That one's done, right? That one's done. Range permits, 10 renewals. They're here. These are just renewals, right? It's kind of just paperwork,
Oh,
right?
okay, that's for
Checks
the
are there,
resident.
paperwork's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't now.
All their paperwork is here, all theirs checked.
I have the check in
Okay.
there. No, that front, we'll talk about it later. You have to
Okay.
sign it, or I can sign it, either one.
Okay.
Okay. And this is a result of the meeting that was held, and we got it all figured out.
They pointed out that the ordinance said, it was pointed out the ordinance said once a year,
Yeah,
so yes.
good job. Okay, what do we gotta do? We gotta approve it, or?
Yes, because this is the, paper, all of the other paperwork other than the applications were still current and good.
Okay,
The board directed me to bring them into compliance, so.
thank you for your work, and
The board directed you to that.
Yes, sir, you did. You personally said that they needed
I
to,
am just checking.
yeah. You said that they needed to do the
They
same
need
thing
to
as
do the same
everybody.
thing
You were
as I
absolutely
said.
right. So,
all right, so I make a motion, we renew their renewals.
These are renewals.
I have a question. Wasn't there a meeting or a motion at the last meeting that all the board members were supposed to be involved in that range resource meeting?
I don't believe so.
I do.
If all the board members were there, we'd have to advertise and everything.
Doug, do you remember?
No, I'm getting old and I'm getting forgetful. I do remember it being discussed, but I don't know whether or not there was a motion to that effect.
actually, no. There was the board directed me to bring them into compliance. I mentioned at the meeting that Range wanted to meet with the township.
Right, and they had a
And
motion.
Range asked for availability on board members, and I don't know where it went from there, but I moved forward with my meeting.
I remember the discussion was they'd like it in the evening, so a couple of the board members could be there that can't be in the day when they work. I'm pretty sure there was a.
During the meeting? I don't remember having that discussion.
I don't either, but the minutes for the meeting are out there somewhere, so.
Well, just because there's minutes out there doesn't mean everything's covered.
Okay. Cody Graham, broken window.
Did we finish this? You made a motion.
Oh, did we motion?
Nobody seconded.
Nobody
yet.
seconded?
No vote yet.
Well, then it died, I guess. We ain't gonna
For
renew
range
it. We won't
permits.
cash the check either.
Okay.
I'll second it.
How much is the check?
$2,500 or something.
Each or for all?
For all.
$250 per
For 10
application.
of them, yeah.
And that's good for 1 year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Since there's
Okay.
questions, I'd like to point out that there were no terms negotiated. They simply abided by the ordinances that's in the book.
Yeah, I didn't think there was any special
No.
circumstances.
Okay, we got a motion and a second now?
Mhm.
I think we've talked it enough. Anybody want to vote on it?
Doug,
How about yes?
Kathy,
Yes.
Tom,
Yep.
Ed,
Yeah.
4 yes, motion carried.
Cody Graham's got a broken window, it's $1,050.
How'd that
How'd they
happen?
get the broken window?
Something flew out of the mower.
Oh,
That'll happen.
you mean the bush hog or something like that?
Yeah.
How much is our deductible?
I think it's 500.
Motion to pay the difference of the, whatever our deductible is in this window.
So you wanna turn it in and pay?
Well, yeah,
what-
that's
I'm
why
confused.
we have insurance. We don't have a lot of claims, do we?
Don't know.
Or if you want to pay for it out of the general fund?
I have a question on how do we know what it is? Did he get an estimate? Did he get a?
That's what you have.
It's here. Take care.
Replace broken
Matson.
Matson.
Right
Matt,
there.
oh, this
Yeah,
one.
That's it. Steve went and looked at it and he said it was our fault.
Yeah. Are we gonna be held to this number is what I'm getting at?
That's the only estimate he sent, so.
Yeah, and the word estimate to me
It could
means.
be higher or lower, more likely higher.
Yeah, well, and that's what I'm getting at.
I would move that we cover this claim either by insurance or by just paying for it, either one, but we need to be responsible.
Well, I agree, we're gonna end up paying for it, I'm just trying. My fear is they go to do something and they go, oh, there's,
Make it a limit then of $1,500 or $1,700.
yeah,
You know, you never know, you get an unforeseen.
well, that's what I'm getting at.
But do you not, I'm sorry, can I ask a question?
Sure, but,
Once you pay your deductible, the insurance company takes care of that, don't they?
yeah,
Yeah,
That's all I'm asking.
and that's what I'm trying to figure out if, the insurance company hasn't even been notified, right?
No,
We don't,
Let's just
what is
pay.
our deductible?
500.
Is it 500?
let's just pay this. I don't think exceed $1,500 without coming back.
I'll
to
agree
the board.
with that. I'll agree with that. We just pay it without turning it in, as long as it's not more than $1,500.
Okay, so you got,
Got a motion and a second.
okay.
How do you vote?
Tom,
Yep.
Doug,
Yeah,
Kathy,
Yes.
Ed,
Yeah.
4 yes, motion carried.
Community Development Block Grant Program, $60,000.
I think you have to pay for all
Can we give that to Jackie?
That's what I was just wondering.
they want us to earmark a project, is that what they're asking?
Apparently, it says Nathan will provide guidance with assistance in
Yeah.
evaluating our needs and qualifying a project,
Yeah. That's what they're asking for.
but we would need to do it by November 30th.
And if we don't use it, it'll stay there, roll over for next time. Do we have to do it right now, or will it sit there?
Why don't you take it and read about it, and then next meeting you can decide what you wanna do.
We won't have enough time to.
Yeah, we won't have enough.
By November 30th or October 30th?
We would have to have the documentation and everything needed done by November 30th.
Are we gonna be on with police cars by that time, next year?
I mean, we're probably gonna need a car by the end of next year, if not the end of next year, the beginning of the following year.
Can we use the CDBGs for police cars?
I don't know.
I don't think we can.
Maybe you should get rid of some of these blighted properties that you have.
Yeah, that's right. Is this the one where we have to qualify the property owners, get door to door and get their wages and things like that before they only
And you know
qualify?
what, there's that chart on the back of this, and I wondered what that.
That's probably what that is.
Yes.
It has to, they only put money in areas that are distressed. And you can do street paving, you can tear down houses, you can.
This is what you use to pave the loop.
Yeah, that's what it is. You have to
Yeah.
you have to qualify, and we couldn't get the residents last time, I think was it Poplar or?
Poplar and Alexander both,
Alexander
they
to-
wouldn't
to-
turn their stuff
They
in.
wouldn't give us the information so that they couldn't be included in the project. Yeah.
Okay, this says you can use it for street improvement, sidewalk improvement, water sewer improvement, flood drainage facilities, solid waste disposal facilities, home rehabilitation, clearance and demolition.
How big of an area do you have to, I guess if you had a blighted property on a certain road that you wanted to get rid of, how much of an area do you have to ask for that information from?
I don't recall that, but probably any place we choose,
Total number of persons.
and West Alexander will qualify,
So,
unfortunately. Nice to tear down the bank,
Well, wouldn't it be?
yeah.
Wouldn't be too nice for you, where are you putting your whistle?
They're coming next week to put a pole up so we can put a new whistle on it.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
How about how about I'll call tomorrow, see
no.
what we can find, see
struck by lightning or something.
I thought I hadn't heard it for a while.
what exactly we would have to do to qualify under any of these.
I'm okay with that. But again, we'd have to do.
Me too, I don't know.
We need guidance.
Well, what we would do
I
is,
can send out an email, right?
we could figure out exactly what we might qualify for, and then go ahead and see if we can get everything together and then approve it at the
That's
next
what
meeting.
these call block grants.
And ask him if, the question, if we don't use it, does it build?
We build or we lose it.
Is it use it or lose it, or?
It's the government, you probably just lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, you pick any of these streets around West Alexander, like Poplar or Alexander, go up to Claysville, up to the Meadows Plain, or South Pittsburgh Plain, there's all those streets up there that could probably qualify for a paving job.
Would the sidewalks be? an option?
Sidewalks would be
Yes.
one as well,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think that would benefit the community.
yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
Well, I'm sure there's some sidewalks that could be renovated.
Okay, so we're basically tabling this then, until,
We could just wait, and then I'll see what I can figure out.
do you wanna make a motion to table it, or?
Yeah, we can make a motion to table it.
Just so we don't lose it.
Yeah, it'll be on there again.
You make a motion to finish.
Motion to table, I'll second it. How do you vote?
Doug,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Tom,
Yeah.
Ed,
Yeah. Washington Library wants a $250 donation.
Well, actually, they want $225,
motion carried.
according to their bill, it says. But I'll move that we send $250, that's for the
I'll second.
agenda.
Got a motion and a second, any of you against reading?
It's been that same amount for
Ever.
Long
Forever.
time, Yeah.
many years.
So we're
And they
sticking with the
have
250.
recently changed their board of directorship, and they're totally dependent on the
Now,
contributions.
I actually don't think that's enough money, but that's what they
Yeah.
asked for, 225.
How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yep.
Tom,
Yep.
Ed,
Oh, okay.
In fact, at one point in time, that they mentioned bringing a satellite library down to West Alexander.
3 yes, motion carried.
Maybe we should approach them,
I
might bring some books down.
I talked to Dave Franz a while back about it, and I don't know what happened, I just haven't got back with him, he hasn't got with me, but it was a definite possibility. I can try to search him out, and he's still the guy.
Yeah.
Doug, was that general account?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Donation to Capri for revitalization in the amount of $2,500. If you remember, they came and gave a presentation.
Motion to grant that coming from Act 13.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I think we should do it. I mean, I'm just giving my opinion, but my question is, do we have somebody that is on the steering committee that would kind of have our interest at heart?
Yeah.
Yes, myself and Ed Shingle.
Okay.
So basically, at this point, they actually came back and asked for more money except for us from Donegal, because Donegal is not directly affected. So
And
everybody
this-
else chipped in more, we are not.
In this phase, I think it's worth $2,500 to see where it goes.
Yeah,
It's not gonna benefit any,
thing here right now,
Right.
There's nothing negative about it.
right,
but it might in the future.
I think the hope is that in additional phases, it could
Yeah.
potentially benefit us.
yeah.
And truthfully, Mr. Shingle and myself had discussed the fact that even if it's just got us into the room to see how it works,
Mhm.
to see how well it works, to see what all it's gonna take, if, so we could do, we're never gonna have a downtown in West Duluth again. I don't think that's ever really gonna happen. But we can see other areas that we could do the same thing here.
Question?
Mhm.
When he was here, he talked about economic development.
Yes.
Yeah.
What type of economic development is he
Well,
talking about?
this is what Mr. Shingle couldn't make the last meeting and I was there. So what they would do is, they need enough money right now, a seed money, and then from there, they would get money from the LSA, and then they would hire engineers. Then they would write the grant, and they would figure out how it would look. And then, public comment is going to be very key in this, because steering, there are certain areas, and I've seen this down in parts of southern West Virginia where I've been areas of Pittsburgh. You go in and there's art galleries, there's music festivals, there's all these things. That's not really gonna fly here. So one of the things that we were discussing at the Capri meeting was that what is important to this community, it's family, a lot of times it's faith, it's foundations, it's farms, it's agriculture, that perhaps we should steer it more towards farmers markets and some things like that, as opposed to, art gallery's not gonna fly in Claysville. It's not gonna do it. But we need to take that idea that other places have used and revamp it to our community.
All right.
And that's what they need public input about eventually, so that they can see, what would you be interested in? What would you like to see? How would you like to see, and there's talk, if they could eventually acquire Sprouse's, and you could do farmer's market in there, so it would be indoors, and you could do it year round. It wouldn't just be at the fairgrounds or different places.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, there was, the one meeting I was at, there was a lot of discussion about not losing your identity, so if that was your
That's what I'm
concern.
getting at.
Yes,
That's what I'm
we
getting at.
maintain the way, our community and the way the community is.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, we got a motion and a second, right? How do you vote?
Tom,
Yep.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yeah.
Ed,
Yep.
4 yes, motion carried.
Award the bids from Washington County Joint Municipal Purchasing for sodium chloride, American rock salt, $80.50 a ton. Oil, 10W30, Reed Oil Company, $384.35 a barrel. 1040, 392.11. Antifreeze, 470.20. 50/50. Green, that was the red, the green's 350 a barrel, and the green 100%'s 505. On hydraulic oils, $289 a barrel.
I don't ever remember us bidding these items, because I don't know the quantity that we use is that great, but that's something that's.
Everything we had potentially bid was 1 barrel. I mean, that
Yeah.
was it. And even then, there's a lot of things that we normally typically, like anti-skid and cold patch,
Yeah,
that
that stuff, yeah, you would.
no one returned, they didn't get any bids on those ones. So they're going to be rebid.
Okay, so, and we're not,
We don't have to,
we're
these are
not
just the
taking
ones.
this is
No,
just
this is
accepting the
what-
We're
bids.
accepting those prices.
We're
Right.
accepting those prices, yes.
Okay, good, because I got a problem with the 50/50.
Well, we can just put it on hold and just do the salt, if you want to.
Nope, that's good. Because if we need the stuff, at least we'd have something approved that we could get it.
Yes.
Okay. I'll make a motion, we approve the bids.
I'll second.
It's from the joint municipal purchasing. Okay. Got a motion and a second, any discussion? How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yeah.
Tom,
Yep.
Ed,
Yeah.
4 yes, motion carried.
Okay, do we need an executive session?
I would like to have one if you can.
So moved.
Got a motion,
Second it.
a motion and a second, how do you vote?
Doug,
Yeah.
Tom,
Yep.
Kathy,
Yes.
Ed,
Yeah, sure.
4 yes. 8:25.